Howdy. Just get into town? I haven't seen you around Topaz before. I'm Shaky Wilson. This is, well, a nice, quiet little town now. Nothing much happening. But you should have known Topaz before. That is, before the curse hit us. You mean you never heard of the Salazar curse? Well, now, that's a pretty interesting story. It's kind of long, and I got sort of a, well, a funny throat. Talking makes it mighty dry, like now. Well, thank you. I could do with a little drop right now. The Salazar curse. Story didn't begin here. It started a long ways away, down south of the border in Mexico. Maybe you've heard of Don Pablo Salazar. The rich old man raised a private army, trying to start his own revolution. Then he ran afoul of the government. The government had hunted down the old Don and his whole family. But they hadn't managed to grab the family treasure yet. Only one of the Salazars left was young Luis, the old Don's son. He and an American insurance man named Breen Mathews were trying to get the Salazar treasure out of Mexico. The government had other ideas.
Kind of lucky. There's a barn over there, Louis. Let's see if we can make it. Take it easy. Easy now. That's it.
It is the Salazar curse.
The what?
The Salazar curse. Placed on my father's fortune by an Indian sorcerer.
When he stole that fortune from that Indian tribe?
The medicine man swore there would be a curse on the gold until it was returned to his people.
The curse seems to be working.
It has destroyed the Salazars.
Don't talk anymore.
But I must, before I die, I must have you promise to deliver the Salazar fortune to the rightful heir.
Well, it seems to me that the rightful heirs would be the Indians your father stole it from.
I swore an oath to my father that his fortune would not leave the family.
But you're the last of the Salazars.
There is a cousin of my father, a Teresa Morales in San Francisco.
Teresa Morales.
Promise you will fulfill your company's contract and deliver the Salazar fortune.
But I
promise before.
All right, I promise. But wouldn't it be better if we... Louis.
So now Breen Mathews was stuck. Stuck with a promise to a dead man. And a fortune in gold and jewels. But there was more in the Salazar chest than riches. There was an old Indian's curse. A few days later, Breen crossed the border into the States. He was headed for Frisco, and coincidentally, Topaz. And that's where we came into the story. What kind of a town was Topaz? Well, let's put it this way. If there ever was a town that didn't need another curse, Topaz was that town. You see, we already had our quota. For instance, like you take our Judge Cole, the hanging judge. He was the best thing that ever happened to the rope business. He'd given Topaz more stretched necks than a herd of giraffes.
Any last words, son?
You call yourself a judge. Who are you to order me hanged? Who do you think you are to call me guilty?
Quite simple, son. The way I figured, you're at least 50% guilty if you come before me. So all I have to do is add 1%. Anything else, son? Hang him.
Yep. The hanging judge was only one of the curses we had to live with. The other was the boss of the saloon, Joe Barnum. He was my boss, too, and the real boss of Topaz. Funny thing how Barnum held on the saloon. He'd sold it a half a dozen times on the installment plan. Every time the new owner disappeared, or the judge would hang him, and Barnum would get the saloon back. Just one funny coincidence after another. Hey, you don't really expect to sell any of that Chinese rock juice, do you, Wilson? You know that stuff you got there that nobody likes?
Probably not, Shaky. But the boss man don't believe in giving it away. Not that in particular. Came from France. Paid a lot of money for it.
I don't suppose you'd be interested in some real hot news.
If I bought you a drink every time you had a piece of news to put out, I'd owe Barnum all my wages for the next year. Besides, the hottest news in Topaz now is that this place is going to have another owner soon.
Yeah, I heard about that. But I also heard a little news item with these ears that'll top that.
Oh, I don't care. Besides, what could you know?
Who the new owner is? Friends, you just made yourself the best deal ever. Now bend an ear over here. I'm gonna tell you something that'll make your hair stand on its own.
I'll buy you another drink, Sheriff.
No, I better not, Joe.
What's on the house?
No, thanks.
You better take it while you can. The new owner might not be so generous.
Well, it's already cost me a couple of drinks to hear that you're going to sell out again.
Well, I suppose with those couple of drinks you found out that just as soon as I cash in, I plan to move on further west.
Yeah, I heard that before, too, but you always manage to come back to the place here, or the place comes back to you.
Now, what do you mean by that crack?
Nothing special. But you sold out twice before and then had to reclaim the place again when the new owners got killed. But like I said, it's nothing special. Something on his mind.
Town council, you can bet. Good afternoon, Judge.
Nice day, Judge Cole.
Sheriff, what happened to the meeting of the town council?
Well, I'm trying to get them together, Judge. I'm doing the best I can.
The best is not good enough. When I was sheriff here, I did my duty. And you tell those infernal backsliding councilmen, if they refuse to do their duty, we'll elect citizens who will.
Drink, Judge?
None of your pop skull for me, Barnum. About time the stage is here, isn't it?
Well, it's quarter past 4. It's a little late, I reckon.
Either that or it's been held up while you sit here lapping up liquor.
Now, Judge, are you going to start jawing at me again just because...
Stage is coming. Stage is coming.
Are you coming out to meet the stage, Barnum?
No, thanks, Sheriff. Got a little work to do in the office. I'll see you later.
I'll see you.
You know, you wouldn't think one town would be big enough to hold those two, the way they hated each other in public. But that's not the important thing right now. What's important is, remember that curse I told you about? The Salazar curse? Well, it was just pulling into town.
You're running a little late, Billy. What'd you do, running some troubles? Nah, this country's getting tame. Didn't even see a rattlesnake in the trail. All right, folks, everybody out. Be alert now, don't trip. I'll get you back. this is Topaz, huh? Maybe we picked the wrong town.
Where's the Wells Fargo agent? Oh, he's over in Tombstone on business. I'm taking charge while he's gone. Well, then you're the one I want to see in private.
Hello, Uncle Jim.
Great Withering Spoons, what are you doing here? Didn't I write and tell you couldn't come? Do you want your pa to come out here and tear this town to pieces? My niece has got the crazy notion she wants to sing in a saloon.
Now, there's nothing you or Pa can do about it, Uncle Jim. My mind is made up. And besides, I met the owner of the saloon, and I already got the job.
Yeah, well, the only place you're going to sing, young lady, is in a bathtub.
Well, in that case, we better bring the bathtub into the saloon. Wouldn't that wow the customers?
That's enough, young woman. Pete, take her over to my office. You need a little rest. I'll bring her luggage along later.
All right, Uncle Jim.
Quite a gal, Sheriff.
Hey, ain't you Sonny Glenn?
Mr. Glenn, Sheriff. He's a businessman now.
Meet my associate, Susan Stark. She'll be associated with me in the Four Aces Saloon.
Okay, mister. Maybe I can't tell you to keep moving, but there is one thing I can tell you. We don't take kindly to knife cutting or fancy card dealing in Topaz. Either one, and you're going to find yourself stretching a rope.
What's it about stretching rope?
Judge, this is Sonny Glenn.
You don't have to tell me. I know him.
You know me, Judge?
Yes. I attended your trial in Tombstone a couple of years back.
That was self-defense. A jury said so.
All right, Judge. What do you want to do? Try me twice for the same thing? Now, look, I don't have any argument with you. I bought a little business in this burg, and I'd like to make it go. I'll even close on Sundays if you want me to. Just don't breathe down my back.
This'll never fit inside the safe.
Hey, what's going on here, anyway?
Oh, this is Breen Mathews, Sheriff. He's an insurance agent. We're on our way to San Francisco, and we can't make stage connections until noon tomorrow. In the meantime, we'd like a safe place to keep this property.
Well, is it of any value?
Yeah, very. But I'll tell you about it later. In the meantime, I'd like to keep it in your jailhouse for safekeeping.
Oh, it's a little irregular.
We'll pay you for it. Thanks very much.
It seems mighty strange that the Salazars would pull out of Mexico for keeps. They're one of the oldest families in the country.
Well, old Don Pablo Salazar had some strange ideas after the Civil War. You know, a lot of those rebels were doing bad down in Texas and headed down south. The old Don started recruiting men into his own private army. Had ideas of becoming president, I reckon.
Revolution. Yeah, we don't get much news up this far.
I suppose you could call it that. But it didn't get very far. The old Don wound up in front of a firing squad. His son, Luis Salazar, hired my company to get the jewels out of Mexico. He didn't last very long either. Now it's my job to find the rightful heir to the treasure.
Now all that fortune is here in my cell.
And probably the fewer people that know about it, the better for all of us.
Yeah, you know how a small town is. Even if you hadn't have said what was in that chest, people will use their imaginations.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
And speaking of imaginations, I wonder what folks are going to say about my niece singing in a saloon.
You? Why did you come here?
Came over to see if we got our signals straight.
If this town sees you and me with each other, they'll put two and two together.
Oh, Judge, you worry too much. Now, everything's going along just fine.
You mean the saloon, do you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I'm afraid we'll have to forget that.
Forget it. Are you crazy?
Not at all. But something so big has come along.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about over $1 million in gold and jewels.
What?
Locked in a chest in the Topaz jail right now. The Salazar treasure.
Yeah, say, I heard about that.
So you see, everything's going to be different.
Why are they?
You mean you'd pass up the Salazar treasure?
No, pass up anything. We're going to go through with both of them. The saloon deal and the treasure.
Greed is a vice, my friend. Often fatal.
Oh, listen who's talking. I'll see you later.
Hey, wait a minute. Not that way. Better go out the back way. Here.
I don't want to hear no more news, Shaky. I can't afford it. Besides, there ain't nothing exciting worth knowing now that the Sonny Glenn's gonna be my boss.
I know something more exciting than that. You know those two fellas? They're insurance company men. And they brought that chest all the way up from Mexico. I heard them tell the sheriff and the judge. They're taking it up to San Francisco. And you know something? That chest is full of jewels of the Salazar family.
Salazar family? Say, that's that rich family down in Mexico, ain't it?
That's right. One of those fellas said that the jewels in there was worth close to $1 million.
Shaky. Your big mouth is your weakness. Someday you're going to find it full of lead instead of whiskey.
Judge, everybody has a vice. Mine's drinking too much, and yours is hanging people. I happen to like mine better.
I never hanged a man. The court hanged him. I'm only an instrument of the law.
$4,600, $700, $800, $900, $5,000. It's all there. You satisfied?
Plenty satisfied. I'll just sign this bill of sale and everything will be just fine. Except, of course, I get the other $5,000 in 6 months, or the place reverts back to me. You understand that, of course.
Yeah, I understand.
Well, I reckon you're in the saloon business. Oh, the chair goes with the place. If you have any trouble getting started, I'll be around town for a while to help you out any way I can.
Oh, thanks, Barnum, but I don't anticipate any trouble.
There's one other thing maybe I should have warned you about before you bought the place. We got a hanging judge here, Judge Cole. He believes in it. He claims the noose is a cure for any crime.
Yeah. I know the judge, but I reckon we'll get along all right. See, I play cards clean and for keeps. That's no problem.
No. I hear you're pretty good with that Bowie knife.
I manage.
What's going on here?
Nothing to get excited about, Hartman. I put that baby back in his cradle. Well, it's Hartman's job here to look after my safety.
Does he go with the place?
Oh, the way Sonny handles a knife, he doesn't need a bodyguard. Now, me, I'm not good with a knife or with a gun either, so I had to hire somebody to take care of me.
There's something I want to tell you, Barnum. I want to tell it to you privately.
Oh, go ahead, use the office. We haven't even taken out time to wash up anyway.
Oh, that's right, considered. I'll have all of my gear out of here by morning. Well, with Miss Stark to draw him in with her singing, you ought to do pretty good.
I'm complimented.
That was a kind of a stupid stunt to pull.
Well, I didn't know they were in here. Besides, it's something you ought to know.
You could have knocked. What is it?
That guy, Shaky. He's out there in the barn. He's shooting off a big storm. He told me a big chest full of jewels came in on the stage. And it was too big to be put in his safe, so they put it right in the jail cell. And I saw them carry it into it.
Oh, that drunk would say anything to get people to buy him a free drink.
Shaky may not have a clear head, you know. But you never known him to say something that wasn't sure news. You know what he's talking about? He says it's the Salazar fortune.
Salazar?
Salazar.
Maybe you better tell me more.
All right. Yeah, the guy was drunk, you know, but I know because I saw them.
So your Uncle Jim's giving you a tough time, huh?
Oh, he'll get over it.
Oh, I don't know so much about that. Not without a tough fight. Confidentially, he was here trying to talk Sonny into firing you.
Oh, he won't do that. Will he?
Don't worry. Nobody but nobody tells Sonny how to run his business. You just keep mingling with the customers. Try to keep them happy and in a spending mood.
Oh, but I'm a singer. That's why I got this job. I wanted to get some experience in front of an audience.
Later, dearie.
I'll take two.
I'm trying to discourage our little songbird.
Me too.
Good. I don't want any trouble with the sheriff.
You're running in mighty fine luck tonight, Sonny.
More important, Lang, and good cards.
That's a dead man's hand.
What's dead about a winning hand?
Say, Weber, that should make you perk up real pretty. You being the undertaker might mean a little more business coming your way.
That beats me, buddy. Your luck is a natural.
Go on, deal, Hartman. What'll it be, Mr. Mathews?
Oh, nothing very much. Beer, I guess. How'd you know my name?
It cost me a drink for somebody to signal you out. Reckon everybody in town knows who you are by now. You brought in Salazar chest, didn't you?
Oh, so that's it. Wow.
I thought you were going to bed down for the night.
Well, I guess I wasn't sleepy.
Why not?
Well, I don't know for sure.
It's probably your responsibilities that make you feel that way.
No, it isn't that. It's just, well, I covered a lot of ground since I left Mexico, and, well, they never bothered me very much. And now that I'm here where I should feel safe, well, somehow I don't. Well, I shouldn't bother you with my problems. Join me in a drink.
All right.
Bet 50, gentlemen.
Not me with these.
I'm out.
I'll see you 50, Sonny. And I'll jolt you. Another 100, Sonny.
I'll up that 200.
You got 3 queens, I got 4 deuces. I had the best hand here, you lousy, dirty sidewinder.
You had your chance to back him up, friend.
You know you had me in a corner and you were slugging away.
Why don't you make your move, mister?
Forget it, Sonny. He's just a poor loser.
Poor loser, you lousy, cheap bomb fly.
You will be bigger.
Thanks, Susan.
Maybe your uncle is right. This is no place for you.
Don't worry about me, Mr. Mathews. I'll make out.
Here, give this hat back to your friend. Tell him to leave those bloodstains on it. So they'll always remember that Sonny Glenn is no one to fool with. All right, gentlemen, shall we continue?
Count me out. I've had enough for tonight. But I would like the satisfaction of a return game, Sonny.
Sure. Any of you other gentlemen?
No more for me.
Me too.
Do me a favor, will you, Barnum? Set the house up a round of drinks.
Sure thing, Sonny. Anything to help you get started on the right foot.
Come
Come on up to the bar, folks. Drinks are on the new owner.
Done pretty good for your first night of business, huh, Sonny?
Well, I hope I won enough to pay myself back for that free round of drinks I just bought. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Sure, go ahead. Good luck.
Okay now, boys. Sonny didn't mean for everybody to get loaded to the gills on free drinks.
What difference does it make to you, Barnum? This isn't your place. Again. Yet.
How's the job going, kid?
Oh, pretty well, thanks. It took a lot of nerve to do what you just did.
One of the hazards of my profession, I reckon. But it is kind of nice to know that I have a friend of the sheriff's on my side.
I wasn't aware that that had anything to do with it.
It doesn't? But there is something you could do for me.
What's that, Mr. Glenn?
Take care of the money I just won? I don't trust Barnum's safe.
Oh, but certainly, Mr.
Now, look,
Glenn.
just because I bought the place from him doesn't necessarily mean I trust him. Will you do it?
I'll do it. But just until the bank's open in the morning.
Here's my gold, Louisa, gal. Take good care of it. You know something? Might even make you my bookkeeper. You might have a great deal of talent in that line. All due respect to your singing.
Oh, when am I going to have an opportunity to sing, Mr. Glenn?
I don't know. That crowd's certainly in no mood for a song right now. See ya.
All right, hand it over.
And what over?
Don't give me that dumb act. The money. Sonny's money.
Well, Susan, what got into you?
Honey, I've been around a long time. And I've been with Sonny almost that long. Long enough to know his faults. A pretty face always costs him money. Well, yours isn't going to be one of it. Give it to me. Come here. Give it to me.
Hold it.
What are you listening for?
Just trying to remind you that you're a lady, if you are. Miss Jackson, I'll take you out of this place.
I need a drink, Wilson.
Thank you.
I'll take you to your uncle. That's where you're staying, isn't it?
Oh, yes, but I think I better go alone. Uncle Jim will have too much to hear about without you being in it.
Who can blame you for that?
Well, again, thank you, Mr. Mathews.
Call me Breen.
Good night.
Good night.
Oh, Miss Jackson.
You know, I was just wondering
I told you, Mr. Mathews, I'd be perfectly all right.
Well, I'm kind of hard to convince, and to be honest about it, I should like...
What?
I'd enjoy walking you home.
I'd really prefer going alone. Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Cost me over 500.
Me 7.5.
Maybe someone ought to remind you boys that draw poker is a gambling game. Quit belly aching.
Well, I don't mind losing. If everything's square and regular.
You saw what that kind of talk did to Hartman.
Yeah. But Hartman wasn't too wrong in what he figured.
What do you mean?
Oh, nothing. Maybe.
I ain't too wise to mark cards and such.
You take a look, Mr. Lang. I could be wrong. See them little dots in the corners?
So they are marked. Why, that double-dealing tin horn...
Now, take it easy, Mr. Lang. Birds like him are dangerous. Remember, he's slick as a rattler with that knife. Me and Pac go get him.
You're not giving him much of a chance, are you?
What business is it of yours, mister?
Well, none really, but I do know Sonny Glenn. He doesn't look like the type that would risk this business over a little game of cards.
Maybe he's right. Savage here has no love for Sonny after what he did to Hartman.
Well, maybe I'm butting in, but I better get him.
Let him go.
Sonny, I'd like to talk to you. Sonny Glenn, are you in there?
Scared to come out? Scared to face us?
Sonny, answer me.
All right, I'm coming.
Sonny, watch out! They're trying to frame you!
Sonny, the boys say you beat him with marked cards.
I thought we had that all settled.
This time we got proof.
It's ridiculous. I'll talk to you about it tomorrow. Now go on away, I'm busy.
Well, Sonny, you better stop being busy and come out here and settle this.
All right, hold it, Sonny. Toss your gun over in the brush. Come on, Sonny. Now the knife, Sonny. The knife. Careful, careful. Good, Sonny. All right, Sonny. Get up. Let's go back.
Go back? What for? Why bother? Why don't you just shoot me here now?
Didn't you say you were innocent?
What difference does that make?
Want a fair trial?
Fair trial? And Topaz with a hanging judge? Don't make me laugh.
I don't believe it's that bad.
You don't? Well, I'll tell you what, I'm a gambling man, and I'll bet against myself. I'll just give you 25 to 1. I hang if I appear before Judge Cole.
I don't bet, Sonny. Let's go.
Well, it looked like the Salazar curse was beginning to work. But up to now, it had only been the beginning.
Why would anybody want to kill him?
I don't know. I'm soon going to find out. Watch him, Sheriff.
What did he do?
I'll tell you later.
Sit down.
The chest is gone. Our chest is gone.
Don't worry, boy. We'll find that chest if we have to turn this town inside out. That is, unless Sonny Glenn wants to tell us where he kept it.
Why's everybody picking on me? I don't know anything about any chest.
You know, it's kind of peculiar that this Salazar guard was killed with a bowie knife. There wasn't anybody knifed in this town until you got here.
Well, I didn't do it.
Yeah, well, that's for the court to decide. You're going to find that justice is mighty fast in this town. For you, it's even going to be faster. Come on.
You have to give the old judge credit. He was going to make his last trial a humdinger. Of course, nobody knew at the time it was going to be his last one, or any of the other things that were going to happen afterwards. If they had, it might have been different. And then again, who knows?
Quiet! No respect. Infernal people don't have any respect for the court anymore.
This ought to be a cinch hanging for you, Judge.
Quiet! You see this here? That's little Betsy, and it's loaded. I just want to warn you all, District Court number 6 of this here territory is now in session. And whether it be a saloon or otherwise, it's still a court. And proper dignity will be showed. Court aims to hold a fair and legal trial, and won't stand for any hollering, loud arguments, cussing, or spitting on the floor. Now then, Sheriff, bring in the defendant. So you're Sonny Glenn.
Your Honor knows I am.
Are you going to plead guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Have you got yourself an attorney?
Where would I find an attorney in this burg? You're the only lawyer around here.
Will the defendant kindly answer my question? Have you got an attorney?
No, Your Honor. I plan to defend myself.
Very well. Sit down. Now then, any of you men want to volunteer for jury duty? Looks like none of you's got nerve enough to serve as a juryman. In fact, you're all a disgrace to the process of law and order. So, I suppose this will have to be a trial by acclamation.
What time is it? I bet you $2 by lunchtime this place will go back to me.
Quiet! Now then, we'll start calling the witnesses.
After the game busted up, I happened to take a quick look at the cards. They looked funny to me, so I picked them up.
Well, I called him on it. And he got sore and jumped up. We had a fight. He knew he couldn't beat me with his bare hands. So he reached for his bowie knife. And I tried to defend myself. I reached for my gun. But I didn't have enough time. He hurt me, Judge.
Of course.
Your Honor, I object. He's a liar.
Objection overruled. Court's not interested in your opinions. Sit down.
Sure, the game was crooked. In fact, I had to borrow money to stay in the game.
From who?
Carl Weber.
Make sure you pay him back.
Yes, Your Honor.
Next witness.
He tricked me just like he did the rest of them. Then he pulled his knife on Hartman with intent to kill.
Sure, I saw the whole thing, Judge. He's guilty, there's no doubt about it. Naturally, when I sold Sonny the place, I thought he was on the level.
And then this cheap lug insulted me. He called me a cheap barfly. And, Judge, I'm a lady.
I can see that. Now then, as everyone's listening to all the evidence there is, it appears to the court that the genteel and intelligent citizenry of this town will be able to reach a decision on the defendant's guilt or innocence. But before that, I want to tell you. Last night, there was a guard killed with a Bowie knife. Of course, we're not trying the defendant for that because he didn't do that anyway. Of course, he attempted to steal a horse. But we're not trying at that either. What we've tried him out for, and what you have got to decide upon, is a crime, that of which he's involved. Card cheating. Therefore, those who calculate the defendant is guilty, raise your right hand.
Tell me, Judge, what kind of a trial is this?
You're questioning the integrity of my court, Mr. Mathews?
I reckon you'd call it that.
Sit down before I fine you for contempt. Quiet. Order in my court. Quiet. If you don't, little Betsy here will make you. The next question on the docket is, does anyone here figure Sonny Glenn innocent? One, two, three, four, five. Sonny? The verdict is 10-6 again you. Anything to say for yourself?
This wasn't a fair trial. It's first-degree railroading.
Quiet. Quiet. Order. Makes my heart beat heavy to sentence you, son. But you're to hang by the rope until you're dead. Take him away, Sheriff. Take the prisoner away. Come on. Court's dismissed.
Bar's open. Well, that's that.
What's the matter?
First time in my life I ever helped murder a man.
Murder? Who?
Sonny Glenn.
How?
By bringing him in for trial. If I'd known then what I know now, I would have let him go.
Wasn't he supposed to be a knifer and a cheat?
Well, maybe he was, and maybe he wasn't. In that so-called trial, he was up against a stacked deck. The only thing he proved was that Sonny was right.
Right.
He never had a chance, and he knew it.
I see now what you mean by murder. I wonder.
What?
Well, Sonny said he was framed. Now, if he was telling the truth, that means somebody was trying to get him out of the way. Why do you suppose?
I don't know, but I think maybe you're right, and it must have been mighty important for somebody to get Sonny out of the way.
But why?
Well, maybe we'll get the answer after we see what happens next.
Will you come in?
No, thank you. I'll see you later.
Breen's idea was good, as far as it went. Only trouble, a lot of things were getting set to happen next. Things that were going to turn the town of Topaz upside down and end for end.
You ready to pay the penalty?
No innocent man is ever ready.
You're entitled to your opinion, the court to theirs.
Come on inside. You can't make it any easier for him or you by waiting here. Come on.
Anything else, son?
Yes. I'd like to remind you, all of you, that you're witnessing a murder. Murder of an innocent man whose only crime was luck. I know nothing I say will change your minds. I don't know how or when, but any one of you that had a hand in this will live to see the day that he'll regret it. I'll see y'all in hell.
Hang him.
What are you doing in here?
Well, it looks like I'm running the place again. After Sonny got it, the place reverts back to me. You see, that was in the contract. Oh, what's so funny? Did I miss something?
You missed all the way, mister. I'm the new owner. I was Sonny's partner, and I was also his wife, and I can prove it. All you've got coming is another $5,000 in 6 months.
There's nothing about you in this contract.
There doesn't have to be, you four-flushing idiot. Check the law sometime. Now get out of here. Get out! Get!
Don't sneak up on a man like that. You give me a turn.
You look like you've seen a ghost.
Not yet, but...
You mean you expect to?
Well, I keep thinking over and over what Sonny Glenn said when he was in the saddle there.
About seeing us in hell.
Somehow it's like I'm being haunted with those words.
Well, you can forget the haunts and ghosts. We got some real troubles to worry about.
Like what?
Like Sonny being married to that girl, Susan.
Oh. So she inherits the saloon.
Yeah, we don't get rid of her as easy as we did Sonny. We'll never get away with hanging a woman.
We may not have to.
What do you mean?
Give her enough rope and she'll hang herself.
Yeah. My boys will see that she gets plenty of rope.
Oh, don't bother to get up. Do you mind if I join you for a while? I feel like talking to somebody else besides the customers in the saloon.
Sit down.
Do you have any luck locating your missing property?
No.
Gee, that's too bad. I heard that box was so heavy it took 3 men to carry it.
Oh, well, what about it?
Nothing. I was just thinking. Now, if one man, I'm saying if one man stole it, it can't be very far, can it?
Well, if's a pretty big word.
You've got to look at all the angles.
I've already investigated that angle.
You're going to have company. I'll see you later.
Oh, hello?
Hello yourself. Well, what have you been doing lately?
Well, I'm still searching for the Salazar chest without any luck. Oh, I understand you were fired.
Oh, yes. Susan fired me the minute Judge Cole confirmed her marriage to Sonny Glenn legal. Then she invited me out for dinner and told me that I wasn't cut out for this sort of life.
Oh?
That I should get married and bring up a husband. Whatever bringing up a husband means. I always thought husbands are supposed to be grown up.
She was only kidding you.
She was? I wonder why.
Don't you know?
Well, it was beginning. The most scarifying nightmare that ever cursed a town. Stephen, one of those who'd hang Sonny, knifed in the back. Then one after another, those men at the execution. The whole town was going crazy, scared. There was something unearthly about it. Half the town thought it was Sonny's ghost come back to haunt us. And then there were others that saw shadows. A skinny Spaniard throwing knives. The treasure chest was still missing. So it looked like the curse of the Salazars had settled on the town. Find out anything, Sheriff?
Well, it's no use, Sheriff. I've investigated every angle I know of. And not even a trail. Nothing.
I can't ferret out anything either. I appreciate you giving me a helping hand, Breen, but why?
Oh, it's just a hunch I have.
Now, what sort of hunch?
Well, you know, we both might be looking for the same party. All parties.
You think that the Salazar chest had something to do with Pac's killing?
Well, my God got it the same way, Sheriff. You figure it out. Good night.
Sheriff, I was just thinking about what Sonny Glenn said before he died.
Now, what about it?
Well, it sounded like maybe he figured on coming back.
You know, once an old Indian told me about the spirits of his ancestors.
Now, just look here. Now, I'm not saying that I don't believe in the hereafter or anything like that, but just don't hint at what you're talking about. Don't hint any more about it. Well, that's all I got to say.
Looks like you're getting headed out of town real early, Billy.
No sooner than I like. They can cut this town clear off the route as far as I'm concerned. Too many killings.
Come on. Yeah, get up.
All right, Joe. I'm going to let you out now.
Sheriff, I don't know whether I want to get out. This town sort of gives me the creeps.
Now, you got nothing to worry about, Joe. Go on home.
But, Sheriff,
Now, I don't want to hear any more about it. Go on, Joe. Go on.
Sheriff, something's got to be done about this insane killer. People are here in town getting panicky. Afraid to walk the streets for fear they get a knife in their back.
Now, I'm doing all I can with what little I got to work on, Judge.
What do you need, more men?
I need clues. Clues and a motive behind this crazy thing.
I already gave you a motive, Sheriff.
Oh, yes, the Salazar chest.
You might have something there, son. But why the killings?
Well, the only thing I can figure is that he's trying to put the suspicion on somebody else.
I'll get him, whoever he is.
As always. Your promise is all gristle and bones. No meat on them. Besides, what makes you think it's a him?
I want to warn you two. Try anything funny with those cards in my place, and I'll kill you.
What are you talking about anyway, lady?
You know what I'm talking about. And you, what are you hanging around with these crumbs for?
First you ask me to entertain your customers, and then you don't want me to. I like it here.
You would. Shaky, play some music. Well, what's the matter with you?
Nothing. Why?
You look like you're afraid of your own shadow.
Isn't everybody in this town? Nothing to do but drink and hope you fog your head. Well, this is no town for a clear head.
Barnum.
Oh, Weber. I'm glad to see you. Wait a minute. Have a drink.
Oh, I reckon we can both use it. I can't figure whether you're getting cautious or careless.
What do you mean?
Well, leaving the door standing wide open. I always figured you for one who likes his privacy.
All of a sudden, I'm getting so I like people. The more, the better. Even if it is only a...
An undertaker?
That's the first time I ever see you wear a gun.
First time I ever figured I should wear one.
Oh, I run out of liquor. I'll go downstairs and get another bottle now. You stay right here, will you? Sheriff, but I had nothing to do with it. Weber came up to my room. He was supposed to stay there while I went out and get a bottle.
Can you prove that?
Sure I can. In fact, I'd be happy to prove. I'm happy to be alive to be able to prove anything. That was supposed to be me.
That figures.
How?
So far, all those killed had something to do with hanging Sonny Glenn. All but Carl Weber. Now, my guess is that the unknown assailant expected to find you in your room. But instead, he was surprised to find Weber. So he got rid of him to keep his mouth shut.
Sheriff, what makes you think I had anything to do with hanging an innocent? I mean,
I know just what you mean.
Barnum hadn't made us switch decks on Sonny. Now we're targets like anybody else.
Barnum figured he had to. He didn't want to let go of a gold mine like this place here. He wanted to sell it and get rid of the new owner and then reclaim it again.
Yeah, but this time it's a lot different. There's more at stake than just a lousy saloon.
What do you mean?
It's a Salazar fortune. Do you suppose Barnum knows anything about that?
I don't know.
What are you doing?
Getting ready to clear out. Looks like it's about time.
I think it is. You realize we're the only two left out of that hanging gang? The rest of them got knives between their ribs and between their shoulder blades. It gives you the creeps.
So you believe in ghosts too, huh?
Well, I don't know what I believe. I hate to leave everything behind after all of our work. I never thought I'd ride out of Topaz broke.
Maybe it won't be necessary.
What do you mean?
Unless you are still afraid of the Salazar curse.
You mean the Salazar chest? You got it? You had it all this time?
Come on, let's get the rig.
Breen, why do you pop in so unexpected? I was just getting ready to get dressed.
I like the way you look now.
Well, I don't.
No, I know. You're just trying to show me what a marvelous housewife you're going to make some lucky man.
Some man, perhaps. Certainly not you.
Louisa, how can you refuse me when I haven't even asked you?
I suppose you weren't going to now.
Well, as a matter of fact, I never thought about it, but in case I do I have to make an appointment, or can I just pop the question anytime I get the notion? I'm sorry. Oh, I brought you sort of a gift.
It's lovely. You go around giving all your girlfriends guns?
Oh, no, only special girlfriends. You know, I stood one up one night. Her name was Lucy. Would you believe it? She got so tired of waiting for me, she shot herself.
Well, let me tell you something. You go around standing me up, I'm going to come gunning for you.
I'm glad you like it, Louisa. How's the balance?
Oh, it's fine. Breen, why did you give me this?
Well, to be perfectly honest about it, was your uncle's idea. He thought the killer might come looking for him some night and find you.
Like when he went up to Barnum and found Carl Weber instead.
Yeah. You know, I've got a strong hunch that everything is just about coming to a head. The answer's got to be here in this town. You only can figure out where. I'd like to talk to your uncle. Do you know where he is?
Well, the judge sent him out of town on business.
Oh, out of town. Out of town? Well, that's it. That's got to be the answer. I know now just where to find it.
Well, wherever you're going, I'm going with you.
Well, I'd rather... All right.
Where's the sheriff?
I sent him out of town on a business errand.
You said you were picking up the treasure chest.
That's right.
Here?
Exactly.
But where?
Give me a hand with this desk.
Well, B. So that's where it was all the time.
That's right. Never left the jail.
He's not leaving now.
Breen.
How'd you know about the hole in the wall, Judge?
Used to use it when I was sheriff here to hide gold shipments before they opened the bank.
I see. Did you ever wonder, Judge, how it might feel to be on the business end of a hanging rope? You and your partner are soon going to find out. Get up.
Hold it, Breen.
Now, get over there and get a hold of that chest. Now, just one wrong move out of you, Breen, and the girl's gonna get it. Now, pick up the chest and load it in the rig out and back. You can call Daddy.
All right, now we'll see what's under that mask.
Susan.
Salazar treasure. There must be $1 million in there.
More. And let's not forget the Salazar curse.
Even after all that's happened, you still don't believe in it, do you?
No, the judge killed the guard and hung Sonny for it. Then Susan dressed as a Spaniard to avenge her husband's death. Where does the curse come in?
Well, just the same. I pity whichever of the Salazars inherits it.
It's not going to a Salazar. They're all dead.
Well, then what happens to it?
I'm taking the treasure up to a cousin in San Francisco by the name of Teresa Morales.
Oh, no.
Well, what's wrong?
Teresa Morales was my mother.
Why's your mother? You mean she...
She never mentioned the Salazars. She was probably ashamed of them.
But if your mother's dead, that makes you the Salazar heiress.
What happens to it if I don't accept it?
I imagine go back to the Indian tribe that Don Salazar stole it from.
And that would break the curse, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what I want.
As a matter of fact, it would kill two curses. The one that the treasure had on us, you and me. I never could see myself marrying a rich girl.
No, Breen.
So the last heir of the Salazar family decided to return the treasure to its rightful owners and lift the curse on this town. If you think that's the end of the story, well, we're coming to the most exciting part. Thank you. Here's to you, friends. And right after that, there was...